Everything is fine, guys?
Yes, Ravi, perfect.
Yes, Ravi.
Okay. Okay, guys. So now one more question I'm preparing, guys. Okay, that is the definitely if the people is joining, what is that? If like attending 5 interview related to microservices, definitely in a 4 interview, right? This question will come. If really that interviewer having the knowledge about what microservices, definitely that person will ask. Okay, so now I'm preparing the question, right? Based on our discussion only I'm preparing, guys. Okay, so what is our question now? Just assume that, right? So our question is what? Our question is what? Can't we give Eureka IP and port to front end team? Come on, we can give or we can't give?
No, we can give.
We can give,
We
right?
can't give Ravi.
We can
We
give.
can give Ravi.
We can give.
But
I
security issue will come.
Yeah, but there is no use. If we give also, there is no use, because some person need, right? Some person need to what? Execute this microservices now. Eureka server just what? Storing the microservices metadata, not what executing this
Yeah, metal
microservice.
tally.
Some person, right? Some person need who can execute this microservices, right? And give the responses to end user, na guys. Come on.
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
it is
Yeah.
API gateway.
Yes. So security Sanmuga, why you are bother about that what security concept? I know that you have little bit knowledge, right? Because of that you are talking about that security. Don't worry, right? Select my way if you are there in my session, right? Definitely everything will come. Why you are bothered about the security? It means what? This is just showing that what you are not thinking in the current session. Forget about that future plan, right? You are married or unmarried? Just give the response now. If you are married, right? Uh, Unmarried, na? So just think about that marriage only. Don't think about that your kid, right? When a marriage will happen, then think about your kid. Because without marriage, there is no kid, na? So think in the current session, right? Think in the current session. Don't think about that six. Okay, so now, okay, let's now security. What is the what problem with what load balancer client? What is the problem with fin client? What is the main difference with why we are using API gateway? Everything will come. Just we started now.
Yes, Ravi.
So security and all those things, don't disturb the session, okay? Because other people mind also will distract, na. So now fine, guys. Okay, so now fine. Okay. So our question is what? Can't question. Question is what? Can't we give? Can't, right? Like this we are writing the can't. Can't we give? Can't we give? Can't we give Eureka IP and port to what? To front end team, to front end team, right? Question is what? Our question is what? Can't we give Eureka IP port to front end team? Answer is what? Yes, we can give, right?
We can give.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
can give. But they don't know it.
Yes, we can give, right? Yes, we can give, but what? But there is a but no, like some what we need, what some component classes code has to execute microservices, na? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
And
Yes, Ravi.
Eureka server don't having the capability to what run microservices. This one only I said, na?
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So, but here what? Here some component classes. Component are class are code we has need, right? Has to execute microservices, right? Has to execute what? Microservices. Good. Has to finally means what? Just normally, right? Final answer is what? Means no use, right? Finally there is a no use. No use. What is that? No use of what? Giving what? Giving Eureka
IP and port number.
IP and port to what? Front end team. Front end team, right? There is a no use, guys. Okay. Are any use is there? No. Come on.
No use, Ravi. No use, Ravi.
Yes. So good, guys. So now, okay. So this was these uh, question answer I prepared. Okay. So like what? Whenever we are there in like what? I hope people are remember fourth class, fifth class, right? Fourth class, fifth class. Some after reading one chapter, right? At the end of book, what? Some like that question is there, true and false. I will some and questions are there, and just give the what answer as a true and false, right? So same like I'm asking everyone, everyone unmute yourself, activate yourself, and just give the response. Let's see that how many people are capturing our session, because current session, okay, there is no like past session and future session related things is there. Current today, whatever things I explained, those things are related to those things only. I'm asking the questions, guys. Okay, I'm asking the question. So my question is just true and false. Okay, give the response as what? This is a true or false. So my question is what? API gateway also one type of microservices.
Yes.
Microservices.
True.
Yes,
Answer.
Ravi.
Yes.
True. Yes, yes.
Yes, answer is true, right?
Yeah.
Very good. So again, I'm asking the question. Just give the response as what? True and false only, right? So my question is what? API gateway can access every microservices based on URL.
True.
Very good.
True.
True, right?
Yes, Ravi.
True. Okay, good. So again I'm asking the question, right? Again I'm asking some question. Okay, so my question is what? Let's prepare my question. Okay, API gateway will give what? Microservices data from Eureka server. Okay,
Yes.
don't worry. API
True, Ravi.
gateway will give microservice data from
Eureka.
Eureka server.
Yes, Ravi. Yeah, true only.
True,
Yes,
Ravi. True.
true, right? No, true only. API gateway. My asking question is what?
Yeah, from
API gateway will give what? Microservices data from what? Eureka server.
Eureka server.
yeah, Eureka.
First, all microservices registered in Eureka, then through Eureka will respond get to gateway.
Yes. So okay. So now my last question, guys. Okay, my last question, then we will enter in the programming part. Okay, then we will enter in the programming part. So now API gateway we use what? We should write write code for communicating
Yes, true.
Yes, single
communicating
entry point only.
communicating
Right.
with what? With every microservice
Yes,
True.
Ravi.
using, still my question is not completed.
False.
Okay.
Using any one, right? Any one client. That client is nothing but what? Discovery client, load
Fin client.
balancer client, fin client, fin client, fin client. Just give the answer.
Else.
Read it.
False.
Read. See, boss. Okay, don't worry.
Load balancer client. Fin
1
client.
minute here. Just what is that? Again, I'm explaining, right? Again, I'm explaining. I hope people will get what a clear picture. So what I said that for intra communication, right? For intra communication, these microservices are there, right? So communicating one microservices to another microservices. Last time, what we are using now? Any client, right? That client, what
Client.
client?
Yes.
That client is fetching the information about these microservices from Eureka, and what? In the load balancer, right? In the load balancer, what will happen? That then load balancer is making the response to another microservices, and that microservices request is taking and giving to whom? Another microservices na. So now just here what I said. Now here this one also one microservices, and dynamic routing is there. Here we don't need to write what? Any discovery client,
Code.
fin client, or load balancer client. I clearly explained, guys. Okay, completed this explanation. I hope people are
Yes,
remember.
Ravi.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi, internally it
Yes,
will
Ravi.
use.
Internally this one is
Any
using, right?
dependency.
Eureka.
Yeah.
Internally
Dependency
Yes,
will
Ravi.
add.
this one is using load balancer client, right? Come on. API gateway is
Yes,
internally
Yes,
yes.
using.
Ravi.
We don't need to write the code, na? Come on. Or we need
Yes.
Yes,
in
Ravi,
API
no need.
gateway.
No, don't
So,
need
No
it.
need.
so that question only I'm asking, na? Here, just see this API gateway. We should write code for communicating with what? Every microservices using any one client, discovery client, load balancer client, fin client. No, na.
False.
No, Ravi. False.
False, right? Because like that code is internally there. No need to write, right? So
Yes, Ravi.
don't
Ravi.
think everything is I'm giving true. Let's give this one also true only, right?
Wrong, sir.
Yes. So the question not needed, right? Even no need to write what? No need to write here what? Any
Single line.
write any client for communicating one microservices to another. API gateway will do internally what? API gateway only is doing, right? So let's write it also here. So not needed, right? Not needed, right? Code generated code generated for what? Code generated for what? Every microservices as what? Client proxy, right? That is called what? Proxy classes, right? Proxy classes that is nothing but what? Internally proxy classes will generate, means nothing but what? Internally which client will generated code at what? Load balancer. LBS code, load balancer code will generate. LBS load balancer, right? LBC load balancer client. LBC load LBC, what proxy will generate? Who is the generating this proxy? Who is the generating this proxy now, guys? Who is the generating this proxy? API gateway is generating, right? Come on.
Gateway.
Yes.
Internally.
So
Yes,
good
Ravi.
guy.
Internally API gateway.
Yes. So just theory part we understood about that what API gateway only, but how we will do the coding, right? That is also more important than this theory, na guys. Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Absolutely.
Yes, Ravi.
Compared to this theory, practical also need, na guys. Come on. So shall we enter in the practical part?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever explanation is there, anybody having doubt, let me know that, guys. Okay, I will clarify their doubts again. I'm giving the time to those people. Anybody, please feel free, guys. Okay, I'm also like you only. Okay, don't worry, just hear what, just I'm sharing my knowledge. Okay, I'm also like you people only. Don't bother about, hey, Ravi is teaching means what, Ravi is topu. No, just I'm a simple person only, right? So feel free, like what, until unless if I'm there in the profession, right, treat me as a professional only. Once I came out from the, like what, my profession, right, I'm not bothered about that what I am, right? You can put your hand on my shoulder also, hey Ravi, how are you, like that only. So feel free only, and just ask your doubt if anybody having the doubt.
Ravi, Eureka server is only for checking the which all microservices are registered to them, right? Whether
Yes,
it is
yes.
up or not.
Mm.
We have a dashboard, right? Eureka server
Yeah,
dashboard.
Eureka server dashboard is there to checking that microservices is registered or not in like Eureka server.
Right. Okay. So major work is for registering only. For Eureka
Yeah,
server is used for
yeah,
registering the
registering.
small other microservices. That's it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Now anyone? Hmm? Okay,
Ravi,
good. Hmm?
sorry. So how the Eureka server exposing its services to the gateway or let's say to the other microservices? It is a form of JSON.
Exposing the data,
REST.
right?
Yeah, is it form of the REST services or any other protocol they follow? You have just
No,
you have the question like
Eureka server just is what, like HTTP only protocol. If you are talking about that protocol, so HTTP call only it's using, but the only usage of Eureka server to collecting the metadata, like how we can reach one particular microservices, those metadata only collecting, except that nothing is doing Eureka server.
okay, that part I understood. Just want to know the what protocol exactly Eureka is just exposing the data to the client.
Exposing, if we want to expose the data, right, if we want to expose the data, then we need what, one or another client, then we can able to expose it, except that we can't.
Okay, fine.
So that part also already completed, and some part I will cover in the API gateway. Your doubt, whatever doubt is there, if external resources, if you want to what, expose our data to external resources, for that purpose API gateway is there. If you want, if you want to expose one microservices to another microservices data, right, for intra communication is nothing but what, internal communication, then we need what, one or another client, right? Load balancer client, discovery client, film client. Got
Thank
it?
you. Yeah,
Your
sure.
first day are just
Yes,
like,
Ravi.
who's that, who's asking that question? Sachin?
No, no way. Yeah, it's I guess
I
almost one
hope.
year I'm here.
Oh yeah, Sachin, I know that your name is like Sachin, na? So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
remember that. Okay, good question and good doubt. But if you watch that video, right, videos already, these your doubt, whatever doubt is there already I covered.
No, yeah, actually, Ravi, thing is that I was sitting in an interview and I just got that question. So that
Yeah,
time I
just
could not give the answer.
yeah, just if you are facing like this, just give the answer.
Mhm.
You want, right, expose your data to whom? External world. Like external world is nothing but out of our project or internal of project. Based on this question we can prepare two question answer questions, right? So internal, if they are talking about and if they what is doing the particular Eureka server, just tell directly Eureka server is just registering their the microservices, whatever in the project microservices is there, those microservices is registering in the Eureka server and collecting
Mhm.
those metadata. Based on those metadata we are using one or another client to communicate microservices or to make the HTTP request or call. That's it, right? So Eureka server is not doing any HTTP call or anything else, right? Just it's collecting the metadata or information about that what that microservices. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now the question is how we need to do what? Coding, na? How we need to do coding. So now just we learned what? Just we learned API gateway. About something we learned, right? API gateway, na guys? Come on, give the response, guys. API gateway.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. Yeah, Ravi.
API gateway, right? API gateway. So if we want to do the coding, so we need some implementation also, na guys? Come on. Hmm?
Yes.
So
Yes,
for
Ravi.
that purpose, if we want to do the coding, so we need, what is that? If we want to do the coding is nothing but if we want to do the practical, right? So we need what? To learn what? Spring Cloud, Spring Cloud, Netflix, Netflix Joule, right? Netflix Joule. This is what? This is what? Interface, and this is not we can say that in the terminology, and this is the implementation.
Im-
Who is the given this implementation?
Implementation class.
Netflix Joule, right?
Netflix people.
Hmm.
Yes, Ravi.
So finally, so the just what is that? Just I'm preparing, right? Let's prepare it. Okay, so just what? Netflix Joule is what? API gateway given by whom? Spring Cloud people, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Netflix,
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Netflix
Netflix,
Joule,
Spring Cloud.
Netflix Joule is what? API, right? API gateway. API gateway given by what? Spring Cloud. Spring Cloud, right? Spring Cloud. It needs what? API register. API register for what? Holding all microservices detail, and what? For generating proxy client, right? Generating proxy client. So who is doing these things? Who is doing these things? Spring Cloud, right? Spring Cloud Joule API is doing, right? So now let's prepare one high level diagram, and based on that diagram only, what we will do it now? We will do the practical. Means what? We are going to design what? Technical what? Diagram. So everyone is ready now, guys? Come on, yaar. Give the response,
Yes.
Yes,
everybody.
Ravi.
I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
everyone.
Yes,
I
Ravi.
want everyone response, guys. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm?
Yes, Ravi.
Okay, good. So now what we will do it now? So I'm just what going to give what? I'm going to give working functionality and working flow also I will tell in this diagram only, guys. Okay. So now focus on this area. Okay. So now focus on this area. So what I'm doing now, so just assume that, right? Just assume that in our project, in our application or our project, right? So multiple microservices is there. So just assume that this one microservices is there. So this microservices is what? Order service is there, right? Order service is there. Order 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 service is there, right? Order service is there. After then what? one more microservices is there, right? One more microservices is there. That microservices is nothing but what? Let's take what? Payment, right? Payment microservices, right? So payment service, right? Payment service is there. Okay, good. After then what? Let's take one more microservices, right? One more microservices. Let's take one more microservices. That microservices we will take admin microservices. Shall I take it? Come on. Admin.
Yes, Ravi.
Admin
Okay,
service.
nice.
Admin service I'm taking, right? Admin service I'm taking. Good. So just assume that this microservices is sorry, this microservices is running, what is that? Based on what? Different port number means what? Multiple instances, right? Multiple instances. This microservices is running with what? With what? Multiple instances. Just same microservices. One instance, another instance, and let's take three instances here also, here also, and here also, and here also, and here and here. Just assume that just this microservices is running with what? Multiple instances. I hope people are remembering instances terminology, right? I'm just telling the
Yes,
instances
Ravi.
means what? The same
Now,
microservices is
replication
running.
of services.
Yes. So good. So now then here what? Every microservices is registering in the Eureka server na guys. Come on guys.
Yes, Ravi.
So
Yes, Ravi.
every microservices is what? Register with what? Eureka server. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Ritu, you are capturing our sessions or just
Yes.
like
Yeah, this
yeah.
session I'm capturing. I
Okay,
did not
good.
complete this Apache Kafka, but I
Okay,
go
no,
through that
there is a
video.
no. See here, Apache Kafka related things I'm also not
Yes,
explaining, right? So,
yes,
but whatever things we need, right, before that Kafka, whatever I completed, those things only we are using. The who is the
yes.
regular students? I'm taking the same things only. I just what Kafka things also I'm including here, guys. Come on, just
No,
patient.
Kafka
Something.
These
things are
are
not there.
starting
Ah,
session.
Kafka here.
yeah, Kafka I'm not using. Okay, so don't worry about that. If you are clear about that one, then good.
Yeah, I'm clear.
Okay, so good, fine now, guys. So here what? Eureka server, right? Eureka server. Eureka. Eureka server is there, right? In this Eureka server, all these microservices is registered with what? Eureka server, and all microservices information is stored in what? Eureka server, right? Come on, guys.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
So
Yeah.
so this microservices want to access what? Our external application, right? Our external application. Just assume that this is the application is there, right? This application want to what? Access this microservices, right? But directly this application will not able to access, right? So the one person will come na guys, come on.
API gateway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
API
Ravi.
gateway will come, right? API gateway will come. Good.
Yes, Ravi.
API gateway will come. Good. So now fine. Okay, so here what? This API gateway will come. So this API gateway IP address, right? So just assume that I'm giving some assumption IP address, right? So this API gateway IP address is what now, guys? This API IP address is what? Just assume that 2020 just I'm giving 66. After then what? 12 I'm giving. After then what? 35, right? This is the IP address. And this is what? Port number I'm giving, right? Port number is what? Port just what? 9900. Okay, just assume that this is the what? IP address and a port number. On this IP address and a port number, what is that? This Joule server is running. Joule server is nothing but what? This Joule server is nothing but what? API gateway only, na guys? Come on.
Yes, API gateway.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes. So this API
Ravi.
gateway is running what? In this like what? In this IP address and the port number. On this IP address and a port, right?
Port number.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is the IP address and this is the port number, right? So good, very good. So fine now. So here what? So now, but what in this API gateway, right? So we will use some key, guys. Okay. So using those key, what will happen now? What will happen now in this API gateway, right? In this API gateway, what will happen? The data will store in what? And means what? This service ID, right? Every microservices is recognized by what? Their service ID is na. Come on. In the
Yes.
in the intra
Yes,
communication
Ravi.
also, in intra communication, based on that service ID only, we are recognizing that microservices na, guys. Come on.
Yes.
So
Yes, Ravi.
so what will happen now? Then what will happen? So this service ID, right? This service ID, this service ID, this service, right? 1 minute. Let's decrease the
order.
1 minute. Need to decrease the font. Yeah. Okay. So here service ID, right? Service IDs will store. After then what we will do it now? Here we will specify what common what? Common path, right? Common path. What is that? Common path what? For every microservices. Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Every microservices, right? Please switch off your camera. Satish, I think yours, right? Satish, your
Yes, Ravi, yes.
yeah, good. So now, okay, then what will happen now? So just order ID, order service is there now. So that what is that? That is order service, right? Order service, right? That order service, what service ID will store in API gateway? I'm talking about that in API gateway, right? After then what? We will specify, right? One path we will specify of what? This order service. What is that path? We will slash, just I'm giving what? Order or order ord API I'm taking. You can take your choice name, guys. Okay, I'm taking my choice name. This one can take your choice name only, right? So execution flow also I will give, right? So order API, right? Order API. After then what we will do it? Anything means what? Star. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Size one more time. We need to decrease. Let's take. It's visible na, guys?
Yeah, visible, Ravi.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
Ravi.
Yes,
Okay,
visible, Ravi.
so fine now, good. So here what? Payment service is there na? The IP, sorry. Then service ID will store, right? Service ID will store where? Service ID will store in the service ID area, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nugget API gateway.
Yeah, payment service. Payment service, right? Payment service. So here what we will do it now? Again we will specify of what? One path
API.
about the path about this what? Payment service, right? So what will happen now? So just let's take what? Which kind of okay, payment, right? So just take pay,
Pay
right?
API.
Yeah, pay slash pay API, right? Slash pay API, after then star,
Hyphen API.
right? Yes, yes, good, good.
Python.
Okay, good. After then here what? Admin, one more microservices is there, na? Come on, guys.
Yes,
Yes.
Ravi.
Yeah,
Public
right.
service.
Okay,
Yes,
so here
Ravi.
what will service ID will store in the service ID
Admin.
area. So admin
Sir.
admin service, and here what we will do it now, we will specify of what we will
Path.
specify of what, this path, right? So what is that path? Just adm I'm taking, right? adm
Yes, Ravi.
hyphen
API.
API slash star star. Okay, so like this what will happen now, the data will store, because service ID, our browser just end user just assume that this end user will make the request. Our end user can understand URL, CSS, HTML, and what, JavaScript. These things only understanding our browser na, except that order ID will understand. No, what is the order
Alright.
ID?
No.
Our browser will tell directly, I don't know order ID, right? Give me the URL, then I can understand. Give me the HTML tags, then I can understand. Give the CSS tags, then I can understand. Come on. These things only our browser is understanding, guys. Come on.
Yes,
Yes,
Ravi.
Ravi.
Yes.
Yes,
Mm,
Ravi.
so good. So same like, right? Same like, so just I'm constructing what is that URL of our what, API gateway, guys. How we will construct it? Okay, so just I will convert in the application only. This discussion I will convert in the application, guys. Okay, be serious, focus on this content, guys. Okay, so just assume that what is our IP address will become, what is our IP URL will become. Just I'm constructing the URL, right? What is the URL will become? So API gateway, right? So just what is the HTTP colon double slash, right? Double slash. So what is the IP address?
Localhost
What is the IP address, guys? 202.
202.66.
Huh. So
202 dot
66.
double
20.
six
So yeah. So double six,
two
double six, then
Dot
double
what
six,
to?
12
12
What
dot
to?
35,
35.
35, right? Then what is that port number is what? 9900,
9900.
right?
Online. Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
Yes, Ravi.
9900, right?
00. Yes.
After then what? Okay, leave it, right? So using this URL, if we make the request using this URL, where our request will come? To our API gateway, na? Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Ravi.
Till
Yes,
now,
Ravi.
till now our request will come, but our responsibility to what? Communicate this microservices also, na? Come on.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So
We need to
this
provide the
Yes,
IP.
Ravi.
Yes,
this
Ravi.
micro, come on, guys, this microservices also REST controllers only, na? Come on, yaar. Hmm?
Yeah, we
Yes,
have
Ravi.
to
Yes,
make request.
definitely, Ravi. Yeah.
So on the so means if this microservices also REST controller means what? Every microservices having some, what is that? Just what? Some class level path as well as method level path also, na? Come on, yaar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
We need global
Yes,
here
Ravi.
also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm? So just assume that I'm giving the controller level path, means what? Just I'm giving what is that? Let's give order, and method level I'm giving info, right? Info, just I'm giving
Yeah.
info. Okay, so if payment is there, na? Just I'm giving this one also, one just slash payment slash what is that? Track,
Info.
right? Track. Okay, this is the method level path I'm giving, and this is the controller level path I'm giving, guys. Okay, come on.
Yes, Ravi. Yes. Yes.
Yes, Ravi. Yeah,
Okay,
we understand.
after then here also I'm admin I'm giving what? Admin and data, right? So
Yes.
data.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
these are what our controller level as well as what method level, what method level path, right? Method
Yeah,
level
yes,
path.
Ravi.
So